global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our channel. I think from all indication, Fubara, the suspended governor of Rivers State, needed to have listened to Rotimi Ameachi. A lot of things are going on in Nigeria. Using a case study of Rivers State, that in all sincerity, they started asking themselves questions in one of Sule Lamido's book launch on the fact of, a lot of things was discussed, of which if they were in the same situation, will they have allowed Mr. President to get away with this level of things? Find out what he advised. And I think, in all sincerity, Fubara should have mustered up a lot of courage to do the needful. Let's find out what he meant by the needful. And we'll come back with my colleague for more. Please do listen.
No, I want to know, is it launching or speaking?
Both.
No. President, former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellency, the President, represented by the Minister for Information, our dear Excellencies, the former Vice Presidents, distinguished former Senate Presidents that are here present, there are quite a number, former Speakers that are here present, Your Excellencies, the former Governors who are here present, our leaders who are here. The protocols are indeed too many that I will take your time. Indeed, because there is no time, what I wanted to say about him will be cut short. We were quite good friends when we were in government. We had our bad times that we disagreed. I made the mistake of assuming that he was as radical as I was. So he was one of the governors I clinged to when it came to radical decisions. And I will tell you one of the things. There were several things that happened in course of our friendship. The last one, before we broke ranks, was that we agreed, all of us agreed to go against President Goodluck Jonathan. And we formed a committee, governors and all that. At the end of the day, he was to find a new party called SDP. We said if we go to the new party called SDP, we will lose the election. Let's hang on to this one called APC. He disagreed and he left us. That's the only place we disagreed. Now, I will tell you what happened again. One early morning I called him as a friend. I have been asked to be chairman of Governors Forum. He said, God forbid, you can never be chairman of Governors Forum. And I said, why? He said to me, you are too radical to be Governors Forum chairman. You can never be Governors Forum chairman. Again, I told him, I said, whether you like it or not, I will win. And I won. I became Governors Forum chairman. He indeed spoiled me a lot. He was one of the instruments that made me Governors Forum chairman a second term. And I will tell you, when there was huge disagreement about voting, he led us to go and vote. He didn't mind if that group walked away. If he didn't stand up to vote, maybe that day we would not have voted. Because he stood up to vote, the rest of us went ahead and voted. And the other people, led by Abadio, also joined to vote. At the end of the day, to their surprise, I won and became Governors Forum chairman a second time. The final one I will tell you, I visited him in his state. He asked me to come and commission projects, so I came. The School of Nursing you're talking about. And I repeat, I am here to see if any governor has surpassed your achievement in Jigawa. I've told you in private, and I have told my friends from Jigawa, maybe they will surpass you in future. For now, I doubt if any. So we went to commission projects. I was so scared of Boko Haram. And then I had a good security outfit in Rivers State. So I told them I'm going to Jigawa. They moved in an APC to Jigawa. They moved in 2 white men to Jigawa. They moved in some vehicles with security outfits, everything. He said, you're coming to Jigawa with this. Are you a president? I'm calling President Goodluck Jonathan now to report you that you want to be president of Nigeria. I said, look, don't report me to the president. I'm just scared that they will finish us here. He said, nobody will finish. I said, I doubt you. This man took me in a crowd of over 1,000 persons, and we were walking. And I said to God, this man wants to kill me. Supposing there's a Boko Haram person here with a bomb that wants to kill all of us. He said, these are his people. At the end of the day, we commissioned the School of Nursing. The only thing I enjoyed that day was I was able to sleep in a quiet place in your guest house. And if I said I didn't enjoy it, and the rest, I visited you more than 3-4 times whenever you invited me. I thank you for that. I thank you for the fact that you spoiled a lot of my decisions as Governors Forum chairman. Because yes, you are radical. You thought you were not as radical as we were. But we discussed Nigeria in detail, and we thought we should move forward as a country. I asked you this morning, what is going on currently now in Nigerian politics? Could it have happened when we were governor? The answer is no. And you said no. We will confront the government. We will confront the president. You know that. That's how radically we are. That's how our governors' forum was. That's how determined we were to change things. But I don't have to be forgetting that. I wish you the best. I will make my contribution to you privately as two radicals. I shall announce it. No, they will think I have money. Okay.
All right, welcome back. My colleague is in the house. We've heard what they said when it comes to the issue of the ex-governors. They know their onions, and they know very well that when they call opposition, that's what is meant to be opposition, to keep the ruling party in check, of which, unfortunately, this particular opposition seem to be, they don't understand what opposition really means. Is it that they were handed over to, and they are like stooges, or better still, they're like prodigy to Oga, such that they really didn't learn the ropes? Because it still doesn't add up, doesn't make sense, you know. What's your take generally on what Ameachi said, and using the case study of Fubara?
Well, personally, I think that it borders on who is that's Governors Forum chairman, as who's their national chairman, and also for an opposition party like the Democratic Party, it depends on who is their leader. Bala Mohammed, as much as we know, is a very dull person. Sorry to say it. He's more, I would say, he thinks more of his future ambition than, leading the people right, And unfortunately, I would say that this current opposition is the weakest governors forum we've ever seen in the history of Nigeria. Amechi was saying what he said. Obasanjo was right there. He knew how much they resisted him. Even Bola Ahmed Tinubu, when he was in the opposition, we saw what he did in Lagos. That's the fact that Obasanjo was coming after him. You understand? But unfortunately, the person who is leading, if a sheep leads lion, all of a sudden it will seem as if the team is made up of just sheep. But if a sheep leads, even if a lion leads a crowd of sheep, a fold of sheep, you'll be shocked how they will look like. That's exactly what he's trying to let them understand. They're the dollars. I love Amechi for one thing. Amechi would tell you the truth, what it feels like to have power in your hand, that it takes strong resistance for you to put the person who is holding power in his hands. It takes you to resist him with everything you've got, And unfortunately, that daring ability is not in any of the government. All of them wants to play safe. But unfortunately, when you are playing safe, at the end of the day, you'll be so shocked that even the person you're trying to protect his interest will not take you guys serious any longer. For example, look at when they wanted to pick out someone who can stand tall, who can really work for them from the opposition. They picked Wike. Was Wike cooperative with Buhari? Of course, no. Was Wike hassling the All Progressive Congress? Of course, yes. He was shaking them left, right, center. And when they looked at how can we, who do we really need in the opposition to help us out? We need someone like Wike because he is a lion. You think that by condescending and lowering your head before the ruling All Progressive Congress, it will make them, give you a handshake and bring you into their fold. If they bring you into their fold, they put you in the queue. And you just have to learn. So, like someone like Fubara, nobody, not even one single person in APC will need his presence in their party. Why? Because, come on, he's just someone's boy. And unfortunately, not just someone's boy who had ended up copying the person who likes singer. He's someone's boy who needs so much training for him to up his game. Look at what we saw happen. NBA came out and declared that it was unconstitutional for the president. These are custodians of the law. They came out. We saw senior advocates of Nigeria, countless persons, even someone like Wole Soyinka, who has been standing strongly behind the person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, still came out to confirm that that was excessive. That was, too autocratic for him to take that move. But you, that everybody is saying all of this to ginger you up, you begin to go, if you want me to leave the position, I'll leave this guy is, I would say it, what's his name? Fubara. Fubara is not meant to be in leadership position. He should have been a deputy governor, not to be a governor, unfortunately, because look at how they are dealing with them. Rivers State have never been dealt the blow. I'm talking about their governor. None of them have received the kind of blow that Amechi and Wike received. but they stood strong. But look at Fubara. Fubara just slumped, and someone said something. They said the judge should begin to take note. If you want to put someone somewhere, you must be sure, that the person you are putting out there is strong enough to represent you, because there's something that you will do and people would start taking note that these guys are weakling. This particular set of people are weakling. We need to wake up from that. It's important. We're not telling you to go and fight the president, but stand your ground. What is legitimate is legitimate. What is unconstitutional is unconstitutional. Despite the fact that they will be roaring, they'll be shouting, come on, stand your ground. Look at till today. Despite the fact that a lot of people will say, how can Natasha behave that way? Is she the only woman that is beautiful and all of that? And she stood her ground. This man sexually assaulted me and I will not change. I will make sure that I drive this case to the end till today. No, a woman for that matter. And not just a woman. We're talking about a first timer in the Senate. At least she would have been caught kind of, I don't know what to do. But despite the fact that people were like, your first time, and I say, for what? I'm as equal as I'm representing a people, I'm representing a constituency. But that is what we are lacking in the government. That's why the next set of governors that will come, even any of them will be in the opposition. They must be radical people, bring forth radical people who will stand tall, for their individual state. That's just what it should be if they want to really, have a grip of their own circle and also be able to influence even the decision of the president.
Talk about the woman with strong will. Well, I just hope that Fubara learns a thing or two, and even the present governors, really, we are not feeling their impact much.
None of them.
Well, that's what we're going to wrap. That's what we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our conversation. Also, take.